Hello, gorgeous people, and welcome to another episode of Bullshittery Podcast. Guys, this is a really exciting episode because I am in LA this week. I've been here for a bunch of really cool events, and if you follow me on Instagram, you probably have seen my stories and seen all my pictures, but anyway, that is beside the point. So anyway, we recorded this in a studio this week, so the sound is so supreme, and the video is pretty cool because there are screens with my face on it. So yeah, enjoy this episode, guys. It's with Delaney Rowe. She's a true TikTok queen, and we just kind of get into the nitty-gritty of being on TikTok and, you know, being an actress and inspirations and all that fun, cool stuff. I can't even really describe it. You're just gonna have to listen to the whole thing. Okay, I love you. I love you. I'm rambling at this point, so just, you know what? Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and I hope that you enjoy this as much as I did, and please watch the YouTube version too, because it's just so cool to see my face on a screen. Okay, anyway, I love ya, and I love LA. Okay, bye. Okay, hey guys. Welcome to Bullshittery Podcast. I am Mackenzie, and I am here with literal TikTok star and actress and writer and comedic queen, Delaney Rowe. Is it Rowe?
It's Rowe.
That's what I thought. I didn't want to.
What'd you think it
screw it up? I was like, it could be Rowe or Rowie.
No, it's not. But I'm sorry. I'm so trapped behind this mic, and I'm like trying to feel free.
You can move it. It's on a
but
nice
I can
little
move it.
Swivel.
It's fine. Yeah, you know, it's Rowe. We have some wine here that. Honestly, like the absolute G of a producer here was like, you guys want to crack that open? I was like, well, I'm not going to say no.
So iconic of you to bring a bottle of wine. Like,
doesn't everybody do that?
No,
well, they should.
I've never done it in person, so
okay.
This is my first.
Yeah, I don't think you should show up to something ever empty-handed. I don't know. Do you feel the same way?
No, I absolutely feel the same way.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a hero for this.
I think I am. I'm like a gift giver so much that like when I receive, I'm always like, oh my God. Like,
okay.
I'm shocked.
Is that your love language?
Yeah, really hardcore.
Cheers, by the way.
Cheers, babe. Guys, I'm so excited to be here with her. If you're watching on TikTok, bless you. I am too far to see any comments, so just like be kind, you know what I mean? And love each other up there. And if you're listening, hi.
Hi.
So happy to have you here, Delaney.
Guys.
I've been following you, I think, seriously since I like started TikTok. I think you were one of the first accounts that I ever followed.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
When did you start TikTok?
I started TikTok in I got on the app like late 2019, but nothing really popped off until like March 2020.
Sure.
And that was like when, or no, I'm lying. It was 2021 was when things really popped off. So it was a year later than what I just said.
Okay.
And so I think I must have followed you in like May or April of then.
The way that you can recall months like this is really like my mind is so nonlinear. Forget about. I don't know. I could have been on there for 6 months or a year. I don't know. I think it's like coming at 2 years now.
Yeah.
It'll be like 2 years in January.
That you've been creating content on there?
Yeah. That's when it like happened.
Yeah.
Or whenever, when it, you know, sort of like started to move. Anyways,
yeah.
I think I had been messing around with it before then, and it was okay, but I was having fun. It was wholesome. Now it's
it's really no, it's like so dark. Like TikTok is like, I don't know, my For You page has gotten real. I don't know.
What's on your For You page? Can you be very specific?
I'm getting a lot of like drama and like gossip right now. Like a lot
Summer
of
Stroh.
We're gonna talk about it. Like
okay,
it's one of my stories. That and like it's just like sad TikTok for some reason, and I don't know why because I'm not a sad person, and I'm like, how did I get here?
You're not. You seem like a very joyful person.
Thank you.
I am a sad person.
You know what? I don't
and
think
you're like,
you are.
And you seem like that.
You seem like really depressed. Low-key.
My FYP is all dating advice. And
that's fun to get every now and then.
It is fun, but after it's ruining my brain. It's indoctrinating me in a really sick way. And now I can't. You know, I'm actually supposed to go on a date tonight, and he hasn't reached out with the plan, and I'm being told that I'm not supposed to go on the date now. But I don't care. I don't care that much that he hasn't reached out. I don't know. I think there's too much of an effort on like the eagerness from the other party. I don't care that. I'm not even that eager.
Yeah.
If we go, we go. Yeah. I don't care.
I know. I literally feel the same way.
If I don't go. Like, so I don't need him to text me at 10 a.m. and be like, here's where we're going, queen, and I'm sending a car. Fuck.
You know what? It's almost better to not go. You know what?
And it's ultimately better to not.
Let's just not date. How is dating in LA? Because I wasn't sure if you were in a relationship or...
No, I'm single. It's really fun. It's fun. I mean, I'm having a good time. I recently have had some like really great men in my life.
Nice.
And, you know, really kind of got excited about someone for the first time since I've been single in the last 8 months. And that's right now a sort of complicated situation, but I don't know. I don't feel that stressed about it today.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
That's good.
I'm
That's
like
the way to
taking
be.
a little breather on it all. I don't, you know, I'm so ecstatic about what's happening in the other facets of my life, like work and friendship. God forbid we forget that friendships are as important.
And there's so much pressure, I feel like, on being in a relationship. Like, I was in a long-term relationship, and we broke up in December, like 5 years.
Okay, and you ended in December?
In December.
So almost a year.
Almost a year.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm about same.
I was thinking 8 months.
End of December, yeah.
Oh, wow. Wait, that's weird. But I feel like coming out of a long relationship like that, I really I have kind of I've gone on a few dates,
Sure.
but I kind of get the ick immediately because I'm just I don't think I want to date anybody right now.
No, and you can't really be going out on dates if you really don't want to date anybody, right?
No, it's toxic.
Yeah, my favorite, I don't, to be clear, I don't really go on dates. I meet a lot of people because I go out a lot and I like to go out with my friends and I love the city. And then I meet people that way. And that's kind of the best because you don't have that expectation of that pressure of what a date is supposed to look like. And that's how I've met some really cool people. The most unexpected ways is usually how you'll meet somebody really cool. I met somebody at a meeting that I really liked.
I love that.
Yeah, like a work thing. And I was just like, hell yeah.
And it's nice because they're somewhat in the industry.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, we can relate to each other. Like, I went on a date with a gym teacher, and no hate to gym teachers because they're amazing.
Right.
But I was just like, you were so normal and I'm so not normal. And I was like, I don't know how to be normal.
How do you mean you're not normal?
Just I'm a very eccentric person. I'm very weird and silly and goofy. And sometimes if I let my weird really out there, people are like, I don't know what to do with that. And I'm like, okay.
Well, you know, one thing I've learned in the past 8 months is don't bother not showing who you are in the beginning because it will come out anyway.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying talk about everything that's gone poorly in your life or all your relationships on the first date. You don't have to talk about all that stuff, but don't hide your natural disposition is what I've realized.
Yes.
Just they're going to vibe with it or they're not.
100%.
So you can't change that.
You gotta let your freak flag fly, honestly.
Sure.
And you want to be with somebody else who is like you, in that way, you know? Or at least compliments you.
And that's the best. I think that's the most romantic thing is when you show up as yourself and that person there's a sense of ease. Yeah. I know.
Wait, we need to talk about you. I'm interviewing you now. Okay, so I'm truly such a big fan. Your content always hits.
You're so sweet. Thank you.
You really are so talented. I want to know, because one of the reasons I started this podcast was I really wanted to bring people on, and I was so happy that we were able to get you on this podcast because we, as in me, myself, and I,
and Mike,
because I just wanted to connect with other comedic people, and everyone that I've had on is just so different and so amazing, and I just want to let you know I think you're amazing off the bat.
Thank you so much.
Truly,
likewise, you're so sweet
talented. When did you get the bug? Have you always been an actor? When did it all start for you?
Yeah, for as long as I can remember, really, really young and really just interested in making people laugh and attracting other people's attention. You know, I really loved attention.
All eyes on me, babe.
Truly, and you know, not even in a personal way, in a more of of being a character. So that always really appealed to me. So very young, doing a lot of embarrassing shows at my little birthday parties and making all my friends watch and things like that. And then that just stuck, and I really wanted to be an actress after seeing that movie Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen.
Such an iconic film.
Truly an iconic film. And I watched a clip from it the other day on TikTok, and I was looking at how the main character Lola, she dresses the way that she dressed, so cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I think I had been wanting to be this person for a really long time. Not just like an actress, but somebody who was really different in school and all of that. And I kind of was.
Yeah.
Which has brought me to a realization that I've had recently, which is like I wasn't traditionally cool in school. And so now when I meet really cool people, I really want their approval.
Yeah.
Because I'm filling a hole of not being traditionally cool.
You seem really cool.
That's really sweet of you to say. And maybe I've, cultivated it from years of just trying to be.
Yeah. I actually have no idea who I am.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, went to school for acting at USC.
Nice.
Graduated. Had the team of people, the agents, managers. Wasn't really happening, and then I started TikTok, and now things are happening a little bit.
I love that.
Yeah.
So did you do theater and stuff growing up, or were you more
do you
like
think?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
Kid.
Okay, same. Love it.
Just
did you do musical theater too?
No.
Yeah.
I wanted to, but actually, like a year ago, I think is when I decided, like, I can't sing. I was like forcing it for a while. I can sing in the way Emma Stone can sing.
You kind of sound like Emma Stone a little bit.
Thank you. And I mean, like, she can figure it out for a movie.
Yeah.
But she's no Leah Michele.
That's one of my stories too, Leah Michele. You're just hitting the nails on the head.
I just got back from New York actually.
Did you see Funny Girl?
I almost did, but the person who wanted to take me, I couldn't say yes. I couldn't accept those tickets.
Okay.
It just wouldn't have been fair.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fair. That's actually really kind of you.
I'm basically Mother Teresa.
Yeah. Like a saint.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Well, she was out with COVID anyway, right? So,
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
I don't know if she's still out with COVID.
I was basically drunk the entire trip. It was ridiculous. New York was trying to kill me.
Was it Fashion Week?
It was Fashion Week. And I mean, if I got back to my hotel room at 3 a.m., that was an early night.
Yeah.
That was an early night.
Wow. And I'm not a night person. Like, I want to be. Like, I really, really want to be. But I'm like such a grandma at heart. Like, I am like 9 p.m. Like, I like would really want to be like snuggled on a couch with some candles lit, like watching a movie. My friends would have to drag me out in college. Like, I
really like that. And I want to have more of that in my life, a little less chaos in the evenings. I really.
But we're young. We should go out.
Young-ish. I just turned 27.
Oh,
how old are you?
I'm 31.
Okay,
so like,
there we go.
You're younger than me, and we're both young
and we're both young.
Fluorescent.
You heard it here first. We're young.
We're young. Okay.
I mean, when you are staying in most nights, do you find that has been harder to do since coming out of a relationship, or easier?
Well, right now I'm in the Hudson Valley, and that's like an hour and a half north of New York City. I was in New York City for a long time. So the Hudson Valley in and of itself is isolating. Like, and I live alone with my 2 cats. So like, I had a roommate and my partner.
You're
so
Taylor Swift.
I'm literally Taylor Swift. So I don't know, like, and if I go out, I'm going out by myself to meet friends out. So I'm not like, I don't have like someone, like a roommate that I'm going out with or anybody. So I don't know, it's always kind of odd. But once I'm out and I have like a couple drinks in me, it's over. Like, I'm out, like, we're hanging out.
Great.
But yeah, it's a weird like balance. Because I also like to wake up early. So I don't, if I wake up past 10 a.m., I'm like, oh my God, I'm a failure.
Over.
Like,
no, day's over. And I'm similar. I will sort of burn the candle at both ends that way. I do like to go out a lot, and I'll also then wake up early, and then just sort of, and then I'm sick every 4 weeks, basically. I have the metabolism of a blade of grass, but
cute. Blades of grass, justice for blades of grass.
But sorry, not the metabolism. The I meant to say the immune system.
Yeah, the immune system.
And the metabolism of a blade of grass. That would I don't know what that looks like.
I don't know either. I don't know the rate at which grass
I have
burns
the metabolism.
calories.
To be clear, I have the metabolism of a 27-year-old who used to be able to eat whatever she wants and now can't.
Isn't that like, wait, let's talk about that flip for a second, because truly it was like one day it was like, oh, I suddenly can't just eat like shit anymore.
Yeah, I think I remember the day.
No, like, yes. It was a triggering day.
My best friend Tucker and I, and he's in New York, and I just spent a lot of time with him last week. We just talk about this all the time. We were the kids you just hated, like when we were, like 18 to like 24, just like pounding like horrible food, drinking like crazy, never gaining a pound, and then it switched, and everyone was like, "Jokes on you, fuckers."
Like if I like get Taco Bell now, I really have to like consider it. I'm like, okay, if I do this, I'm gonna be paying for it for like at least 3 days.
Yeah, but you know what? Like I have sort of realized if I'm gonna stay in a little bit more and I'm gonna drink a little bit less, something has to give. So therefore, I'm cooking a lot more decadently at home because it's an incentive to stay in. You know, I can have like a lovely sensory experience at home if I'm like cooking something really nice. Yeah. I can't, eat really healthy and also not go out and also not drink. Like something's got to give there. Yeah. So I'm cooking a lot and I'm eating some fun things these days.
I started cooking more during the pandemic. I think like being home a lot during that time, like I was kind of forced to do that. And it's like made me more domestic. Wait, do you like mushrooms?
I like the drug mushrooms, but I don't like actual mushrooms. No.
Okay, well, never mind then. Because I got really into mushroom ricotta toast.
Okay, forget it.
You don't like, you would never? Girl, I'm telling you.
No.
Guys, this is a PSA to please make it. Like, it changed my entire life. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. It's the most delicious thing I've ever tasted.
I like the flavor of mushrooms. I don't like the texture. I love like a blended mushroom soup. I'll fuck with a mushroom on pizza, maybe. Yeah. I'm really temperamental with it. I like Japanese mushroom, but I don't want like a cremini or a
baby Bella.
Fuck no.
I'm a baby Bella gal, you know.
I could tell. Yeah. I could tell when I walked into it.
I just give baby Bella energy.
That's right.
So wait, I want to talk about like, so you said like when TikTok started, like it started happening and things were happening, when did you have that moment of like, oh, this is like a real thing I need to like really put energy into and focus on? Because you're really consistent with your content too. You're constantly putting it out.
Thank you so much. I'm killing myself for it, but thank you. I think I had the realization truly when the first video went viral. I was like, this is so sick, but I was like, I never want to lose this feeling.
I know. No, it's the validation, like the instant gratification of it. Yeah. And like reading the comments and like, I feel like, do you get like any negative comments on your stuff? I feel like your comment section's pretty positive.
No, I knock on wood, but I've been really lucky, and a part of that is I'm not terribly controversial. Yeah. I'm putting out things that I think are funny. I avoid a lot of things so that I don't get negative comments. I get them on my Instagram more. It was my birthday last week, and so I posted. Thank you so much. I posted a photo of me that was like, "It's my birthday. Roast me." And people did. And I asked for it. And it was mostly funny, but there were a few that I was like, ow. That one you've been thinking about for a while, haven't you?
That one actually like hurts.
Yeah, that one hurt. So that was kind of funny. But, I'm really lucky. I don't get, do you?
No, I really don't. I'm like you. I really try to stay away from controversial things. For a long time, I was doing like a childhood ruined type of series of content.
Yes, of course.
And like that just really hit and people really, really loved it. And I really loved doing it because I am not a historian. Like I am not like people really didn't know what I was. And they're like, oh my God, like how do you know all this stuff on like the internet? Like Google, like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just Googling this and researching and then posting videos. But I think that I was very like not kid friendly with my content, but I wasn't really swearing a lot. I really wasn't doing anything that was like gonna make people like be like, oh, and I think that kind of cultivated like a nice vibe in the comment sections. Like people were just like
wholesome.
It was wholesome. People were just enjoying it.
Right.
But I'm kind of now, it's tricky. Once you like fall into a niche too, it is tricky to break out of it and to
absolutely.
Because TikTok is so nichey.
Absolutely. And that's what your followers want you to see. So it's but at the same time you kind of have to respect that because they followed you for a reason and they're the reason why you're here. So if you're not going to give them what they want to see, why should they keep boosting your content?
Exactly. Yeah.
I see some creators who are struggling with their engagement and it's because it's as simple as them not posting the same content that their followers followed them for. And so, it's kind of simple in that way. I do believe that, you should, okay, sorry, cheers to myself.
Cheers.
I do believe that you should take risks and try some new things, but you can't expect it to hit the way the other things hit.
Exactly.
So you got to feed both sides. You got to fill the cup from multiple sources, like with the stuff that everybody loves, and then the stuff that fills you up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you ever struggle with? Yeah. Do you ever struggle with that? Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I posted something today that's a little bit different than what I usually do, and that seems to be going well. But sometimes I'll be like, oh, okay, they don't want it.
Yeah.
They don't want it, Rami.
Well, and I also I don't know if you've sensed this too, but it does feel like there has been like some kind of like a shift in like the TikTok algorithm.
Yep.
Like across the board, kind of. And I don't really know. The thing of it too is like it's literally an app. Like at the end of the day, it's an app.
At the end of the day, it's an app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the app right here. Hey guys.
Hi guys. And so I'm a little bit also trying to spread out to Instagram a little bit more. I never took Instagram seriously.
You have a big follower count on Instagram.
It's decent. And I kind of forget about that a lot. And I'm like, no, I could feed that a little bit. I could be funny over there.
Yeah. But I love Instagram personally.
I like Instagram, and I just think it's tough because when you're single and Instagram is super instrumental in dating.
Yeah.
So it feels a little bit scary to put out the work and funny side of you on there. It's really this place to be hot.
I know. You just kind of throw in like a thirst trap picture every now and then.
No, exactly. You have to speckle it with the thirst traps because the ugliest that I ever look are in my TikTok videos.
Literally same. Yeah.
And I like it that way. I want to keep it that way. I wouldn't be able to sustain putting out content as much as I do if I had to do a full face of makeup and look good and have perfect lighting and all of that stuff. So, it's just a little bit tough to be like, I know this video is funny, but do I want to put it on my Instagram page? And that's the first thing that this person that I might want to go on a date with sees. Yeah. I'm overthinking it, but I'm just a girl, not yet a woman.
You know what?
I'm just a teenager.
All are. We're just babies. We're infants. We don't know what to do. And I wanted to know too, like what are some of your goals and like what kind of material are you drawn to? Like performing, writing, because I know you're a writer too. I was reading some of your poetry. It's so good. Like
you read that?
I did. I was on your website.
Stop it. Which one did you read? I
can't remember the title of it. It was
I think there's like two. So
it was the one that was on the left-hand side.
Longer or shorter? Like it was like an epic poem.
It was just beautiful. It was
Thank you. I love writing, and I don't do it enough right now. I mean, I guess I write every day when I do my TikToks, but actually sitting down and typing on a laptop and writing a story or something, that's what I really want to do. I really want to write a book of essays in,
nice.
The way that like Emily Ratajkowski just did My Body, like something like that, or like Cassie David did her book last year. I want to do something like that. Just a book of funny, but also maybe not funny essays. And then it's time to write a show, honestly. I
was going to ask, do you like write for film and TV at all? Like, do you play with that?
I mean, my entire team has like a gun to my back, like, write a show. And I'm like, okay, I am trying. You got to wait till the idea comes.
It's so hard to finish an idea. It's like, it's nice to think about it. But then when like, for me personally, like I'll sit down and I have a treatment all done and I'm really excited about it. But now, like, I want to have a few, to like go into a pitch meeting and have a few options to show around. But my thing is like finishing, and like I'm not really a plotter. I'm more a prancer, and I don't really.
I'm a vixen. I'm on Donner. I'm on whatever the fuck.
I just don't really plan it out, and then I find myself stuck, and I'm like, wait, what comes next? Like, what am I supposed to do?
Sure, but I don't have any experience in that, and so I really will have to rely on just my ability to write jokes and then bring somebody else in to figure out the structure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's kind of the plan. We're kind of waiting for that partnership to happen.
Do you do you improvise your sketches on TikTok or do you write them out?
No, I improvise.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like improvisational because I'm I come up with it in my head and then I film. It's not like I put it on and then go. I'm writing it in my head. So it's sort of like I'm writing it real quick, but it's different every time, it's different every time. When you film videos, like, what is your process? Do you carve out some time? Like, how does that work for you?
Yeah, so I've never written anything down before I've filmed it. Like, I'm constantly, like, I do a lot of, like, character stuff where I'm, like, going back and forth between characters. So I just literally switch hands and then film the next part and film the next part. And so I don't write it out, but I do, like, think it out kind of beforehand and, like...
Right. Do you film in app?
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. I prefer it. It's so much easier.
It's so simple. And it's really glitchy for me right now because my phone is simply breaths away from crashing. I have
what
no
phone
storage.
Do you have?
I have an iPhone. I want to say, I'm like looking for it.
It's like a 7.
Know. It's not an 8. It might be a 9 or a 10. Okay. I don't have the button.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not that far back, but no, it's going to crash any day now. And in fact, I was filming some auditions and I had to delete like very important apps just to get enough storage.
That's hell. Yeah.
It was hell.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm so panicked. I had my reader there. I had no choice. I had to like Sophie's Choice my fucking apps. I was like, Spotify, you're gone. Audible, you're gone.
Heartbreaking.
No, truly. Like, what am I going to listen to?
Do you like delete your videos and like delete past auditions? Do you have to clear out?
Everything is gone and I still have no storage.
Wait, do you do the iCloud storage?
I don't know how to do that.
Oh my God, get it. It's like $1 a month.
Forget about it.
Get it. It's worth it.
I don't die.
But then they know everything about you. And they can stalk
I'm not like
you.
Weird like that though. I don't give a shit. I don't have like the the sticker on my laptop.
I don't either.
So weird.
Watch me.
What? You're welcome. You're welcome.
Constantly a show. You know what? They're having a hard day over there in the government. They where you can be their entertainment. You know?
Oh yeah. Society's gonna collapse any moment now.
So who are some of your creative influences? Like who do you kind of? I don't know.
Yeah. Kate Burlett and John Early. 100%.
Did you see her show when you were in New York?
Oh, no, I saw it here in LA.
Oh,
right
you saw
before
it in
she
LA?
took it to New York. Yeah, it was so fucking funny.
I'm dying to see. I wanted to see it in New York, but it's all sold out.
Yeah, it was so good. And I love him so much. I just watched him on Seth Meyers and he was so funny. Like I strive to one day do late night TV the way he did it. He did it in character. It was so funny. Very Jim Carrey.
I'll have to watch that.
And then, I take a lot of comedic influence from people who aren't comedians or traditional comedians, like Jennifer Lawrence or Emma Stone. I'm really into them. I'm into their career trajectory. I love how like Emma Stone started as a comedian and then she was able to do whatever she wanted. And I think that if I have any shot in this industry, that'll be my sort of my pipeline, I guess. So I think about that a lot. And Emma Chamberlain, I'm hugely inspired by, not by her comedy necessarily. She is uniquely funny, but the way that she has navigated social media.
Yeah. God, she's so brilliant at it.
So I'm sort of trying to do that.
Yeah.
I say no to a lot of things because I'm always worried about overstepping and oversharing. And I realized that like all of us, like all at once, like after like one bad podcast experience where I literally had to send this to my publicist with like, I had to cut out just like chunks and chunks and chunks of me just talking about like weird, like, I was asked a lot of weird sex questions and I didn't anticipate it. And of course I just answered it.
Like, can you stop talking about sex,
we will fix that in post. But it was so funny having to send her like these, because I had to label the sections that I wanted to cut. And I'm like, here we're talking about anal.
We're going to have to cut this podcast now too.
It was crazy. It was so funny.
Love it. Love it.
So
but I feel like, you know what? Like, we're living in times when you can kind of talk about whatever.
Yes. It's less about that. And it's more about what do I not want to regret sharing on the internet in 5 years, 10 years. It's more about that. It's not about me worrying about like getting, canceled or flack or whatever. I don't really worry about that too much because again, famously uncontroversial. And also, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know?
It's really out of your hands.
If my head's going to end up in a trash can, it's going to end up in a trash can. and I've
you're
always
gonna
said
embrace
that.
it, baby.
But, yeah, it's more about a self-preservation thing. Like, what do I actually... I have to be thoughtful with the things that I'm sharing, and I'm sure you feel that too at this point. You know,
Oh, yeah, I'm very conscious. I'm always
take a little breath. Yeah,
yeah, and I don't know, like I'm in this for the long haul. Like I'm not going anywhere. So there is that like longevity aspect of like, okay, like what is the brand I'm like cultivating, and like I don't know. How do you like describe your? I mean, type is such a weird word, and I feel like it's kind of.
Type of
like
men?
As an yeah, what's
Dating?
your type? No, what is your like your actor type? Like what kind of roles are you drawn to? What do you want your career to like look like? Your perfect ideal.
Sure. Gosh, I mean, I think Kate Berlant's actually doing a really great job at integrating herself into the film and television scene. She's crushing it. She's amazing. She's in some like massive projects. So like kind of what she's done, which is the writing, the creating, the starring, that whole thing is really inspirational to me. But like, I mean, to be honest, I Jennifer Lawrence, she has been like the North Star for what I wanted to be forever.
Everything she does is so good.
Ways, in her personal life, in her work life, in her press life, like everything. It just, you know, she's a style icon of mine. We have very similar, like our look is really similar. Like
whenever she does anything in Vogue, every look that she spins out is insane. There was the one, I think it was Vogue, the shoot that she did where she was like in the pool.
Yep.
Oh, so stunning. And she's smart. Like she really
super smart.
She really did a lot like all at once and made a bunch of money, did really good projects, like worked with some of the best people in the industry. Not that she's done, but like now it's like she's chilling a little bit, and she's kind of like she had a baby and like
you got to be really, really successful to not have an Instagram.
I know.
I'm also looking to Catherine Hahn and Rose Byrne, who are slightly older and for our industry anyways, you know, later 30s, who are 40s, who are really going out there and kicking ass as both female comedians and dramatic actresses. And also not afraid to be really beautiful, which is great, because I think that our industry is like, you have to be funny or you can be a style icon and a beauty icon. Right. But they're both. Yeah. And I really like that, because I'm really interested in looking nice
both as well, and
I want to look good. God forbid.
I don't have to be frumpy all the time, okay? Like
right, but you know, I will say, when I was at Fashion Week, I was like, nothing will teach you how much you don't care about fashion like going to Fashion Week. I don't care. I like to look good. Yeah. I like to put my things together. But I don't really care about the business of fashion. I don't really care about going to shows. Yeah. I don't care about being photographed and at those shows. You know, like I was partying. That's what I was doing. And I was like, this is what's fun. I was there partying and meeting the other creators. Yeah. That was the best part. But it was so funny. I was like, I shouldn't be here. Like,
I don't belong
somebody
here.
else should sit up here.
Somebody made a big mistake. Like, I'm not meant to. No, and it's funny. Like, I haven't been to Fashion Week, but I was looking at, you know, people were just taking videos of people just at fashion shows and stuff. And some of it looked really kind of like sad and miserable too. And I don't know if that's just like the fashion world, and I'm sure it wasn't, but like, you know, you just have everybody sitting there like on their phones. I'm like, you're in this gorgeous place and everyone's just like this, right? I'm like,
it was a little bit of that, but you know, I'm not cut out for that type of posting schedule and social media upkeep. Basically, I'm really good at being off my phone, and I'll give myself that. I really was not on my phone when I was there. Posted some things on my birthday and posted some cute photos, but I was really off my phone. And I think that's why it was one of the best trips of my life, and why I'm so like in like the deepest come down ever right now. I'm in a come down, like just trying to like acclimate back to LA. And, you know, I think I'm going back to New York in a few weeks, but it's interesting, like that like the highs and lows of what we're dealing with our lifestyle. I mean, this is your full-time job.
Yeah, I mean, content creation, like, and I do a lot of voiceover work too, which like pays the bills. So
You do. That's great. You have a really great voice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So do you. You should do voiceover if you don't.
I don't. I have to streamline things. I can't be doing all of that.
You should just, just audition. Just like get the audit. Like they take a couple minutes, and then if you book a commercial, like
I
stunning.
can't. No commercial. Forget about it. I can't do that. Those auditions are absolutely soul crushing.
Do you find them?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I bet you're great at it,
On
dude.
camera.
I bet you're great at a commercial audition.
I do like a commercial audition.
Yeah, you seem like that would be really like right up your alley.
Yeah,
because you're so bubbly and so
Thanks.
you can. Yeah, I'm really not.
I feel like you have a great personality though. You're very
Thank you.
chill. Like you're cool.
No,
I know you don't think you're cool, but like you're cool.
You're so nice for saying that. Who are your influences?
Well, Lisa Kudrow is really big for me.
Fabulous.
I love the big personalities. Like I'm really like I love Amy Poehler, Kristen Wiig.
Oh yeah.
Kate McKinnon, like the beacons of comedy. Like I just love them, but I also really love like Kate Winslet. Because I did drama. Like I most of my acting, my resume, all my theater stuff is drama. And TikTok was really for me like I've always been the weird one and like in my friend group and like, funny and quirky and all that. But I feel like TikTok really was like the validation of like, oh, like even my acting teacher in New York, he was like, you're funny. Like you need to be doing comedy. And I was like, no, I'm a dramatic actress. Like, no.
Oh God. Yes, I've dealt with that. There's something about people like you and I where it doesn't matter what you do or what you say. It's just gonna be a little goofy.
Yeah, and you know what?
And it's
like,
a face thing.
It.
It's a face thing. You and I are facey.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of this, a lot of noises and faces.
I'm like, I can't get Botox because like
no, truly.
I'm gonna lose
truly,
the face.
right. Like cross eyes, my crutch. Like truly. Funny every time. Funny every time.
It always works.
Right.
Don't knock it.
No, that's great though. And I think that if you can do comedy, you can do drama. Here, let me
exactly.
top you off there.
Thank you so much.
Why don't you I'm gonna spill this on the rug. Here we go. Doing it live. Look at that. Ready? Watch
Stunning.
this turn.
Oh my God. Beautiful.
Not a drop.
I have like an event thing I have to go to tonight. So woo, bottoms up, guys.
I have to work after. I know the microphone's not catching any of this, but whatever.
Oh, it might be a little ASMR.
Okay.
So let's get into our like news stories. So every week I try to do like a few topical things that are happening, and of course we have to talk about the Adam Levine of it all. Like I know, like it's just insane the way that like I saw that video right as it was. I think it was posted, what, like 2 days ago? Yesterday? 2 days ago?
Yeah, I saw it within the first hour.
Yeah. And it had like maybe 2,000 comments at the time. Now it has like 60,000 or something crazy, maybe even more. So anyway, I'll read, he denied having the affair. And this is the update as of yesterday when I was able to print out the stories. So there are maybe updates, but you know what? We're just going to read what we got here. So Adam Levine broke his silence after Instagram model Sumner Stroh went viral with a TikTok video in which she said that she dated Adam Levine for a year and shared Instagram messages she said were from him and appeared to be linked to his verified account. So he responded, he said, "A lot is being said about me right now and I just want to clear the air. I used poor judgment in speaking with anyone other than my wife in any kind of flirtatious manner, blah, blah, blah. I didn't have the affair. Nevertheless, I crossed the line, blah, 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 blah." And I guess on Monday, she posted another video to share some things, like including how remorseful she feels. And like she went public because there was like a tabloid that her friend was going to post.
Allegedly.
I just have no faith in anybody anymore. Like, I'm like, why does everybody cheat? And I just feel so bad for his wife. Those are my thoughts. I don't know.
Terrible for Beate. Whether he had the affair or whether he didn't, he has embarrassed her.
Really bad.
And that in and of itself, I don't know about him. And nobody knows what's going on in their relationship. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
But I feel really, really bad that she has to deal with this level of embarrassment because of
she's pregnant.
her sloppy husband. And I think that she is coming out quite well, obviously. She is going to have the support of everyone. And that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And these people, Adam Levine and Sumner Stroh, nobody's going to remember their idiot behavior. But I think Beate has a real chance to kind of become her own little icon here.
The cream rising to the top.
Absolutely. And she will. And she already, first of all, already is. She's one of those people who a style icon, such a badass.
She's so stunning too.
And super badass. I think she has that on a lot of models in the VS world. Just like, there's so many photos of her just like gunning cigs, like just on the street. I'm like, I
Talk
love
about cool girl.
Good for you, Beati. Yeah, she's amazing, and I wish her a happy rest of her pregnancy, and she doesn't have to deal with this. I just want somebody to take it away and let her live in peace.
And I don't know what that girl Sumner was thinking. Like, why? Like, I get it. Okay, like if the tabloid thing was true, and then you wanted to like get ahead of it. But it just felt like the worst way to do it. Like,
if I am right, I think she's 21. Is that right?
Yeah. So like not even fully developed. Like,
I think about when I was 21, and if that had happened to me and I had a big platform, yeah, I probably would have made a really dumb mistake too.
Yeah.
I couldn't even read when I was 21. I couldn't even read when I was 23.
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't have handled that.
I still can't read. Like,
and she probably didn't have anybody advising her, and she just made a decision. So like, and now she is dealing with those repercussions. So it's not as though she's not going to deal with this. She is.
Yeah.
So
it's scary. The internet is scary. And the way that things happen so quickly, and the internet's a dark place too. Like, I feel like people are so, even if you don't really care about something, suddenly, like not you, but like people in general, like there will be something that happens, and then the entire internet just suddenly ambushes, and it's like the mob mentality is so intense.
Right.
It's really scary. Like,
it's totally scary,
terrifying,
and I really try not to participate in it in that way.
Yeah.
You know, again, a lot of great opportunities for me to make a funny video about this. I just don't.
Yeah.
Because again, it will go away soon.
Yeah.
And then I'll have potentially hurt someone's feelings, and I don't really want to risk that, whether it's like this girl Sumner, or whether one day I, God forbid, run into like, Adam Levine and Bahati Prinsloo at a party, and they're like, we saw your TikTok. Like, I have that like slight fear in the back of my head.
It's like, it's just comedy, guys.
Like, yeah. So in general, like, I really try to avoid the celebrity gossip.
Yeah.
Just in case.
And we're also
in LA.
literally
You never
in
know.
the industry.
Not
it's
that
like,
they would know who I am, but just in case.
And I think it's different. Like, I don't know how you feel, but I feel like as an actor doing the TikTok thing, it kind of adds another level of like, you really need to be so mindful. Whereas like, if you're just like, a normal person, like, not that we're not normal people, but like, if you're just somebody who doesn't have those aspirations.
And I plan to parlay it into being in the film and television industry. And if I have a bunch of videos of me talking about celebrities, I think it makes that less likely.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking long term.
Yeah, it's hard because you have to have like that balance of like conviction, but also like, I'm gonna not include myself in drama when I just don't have to.
Right. 100%. 100%.
That's the Adam Levine story, guys.
And we've closed the case on that. Everybody,
good gossip.
There's really only one way to feel about that.
Okay, so a little comedy news. Chris Redd is leaving SNL. Do you watch SNL?
No.
Oh, well then you might not even care about this story.
Who's that? Who's Chris Redd?
So Chris Redd, I'll read the story.
Great.
So he joined the cast of SNL in 2017 as a featured player. The following year, he won an Emmy for his outstanding original music and lyrics as the co-writer of the sketch song "Come Back Barack." He played Barack Obama like a lot on SNL.
Okay.
He was amazing at it. He was promoted to rep player in 2019, and he's done impressions of a variety of public figures, including Eric Adams and Kanye West. He's glorious. And I feel like SNL is like in a very transitional year right now. They've added 4 new people. But yeah, we don't have to linger on it because you don't really watch SNL. So let's just move it on down.
I'm so sorry. I mean,
don't
Chris,
be sorry.
I bet you did a really amazing job, and I bet you deserve your Emmy.
Chris, we're looking at you, baby. We're so proud of you.
No, I don't watch it. But I don't know. I've had some friends who have done the SNL thing, and have you ever wanted to do it? Or go out for it? Maybe?
I've thought about it, and I've submitted my stuff a couple times. Yeah, it's something that I would. It's not like, it's tricky. It's not like my number one, like, I need to be on SNL.
Sure.
But like if I was on it, I wouldn't, be upset about it, But I feel like I'm not strictly a comedian. So I feel like it's probably better meant for people who are really like strictly comedy and like that's really what they like. A lot of the people they added, I think, for the new season are like stand-up people. Like they're like, and like sketch comedy, and they're really just they're doing the thing. Like they're opening shows and like they're already in the thick of it. So, and I'm just
Have you ever done stand-up?
No.
Okay.
Have you?
No.
Do you want to?
Sure.
I'm like terrified.
Sure, I'd do it. But I'm more interested in doing like a one-woman show situation in like the Jacqueline Novak kind of thing. You did?
I wrote one. It's not, I haven't done anything with it yet. It's kind of like a blend of like scripted one-woman show, on a stage with a little bit of stand-up in there. But the premise of it, without giving too much away, is it's me doing like a mic check for the show. So it's, a rehearsal of sorts. And it's just me and the guy in the lighting booth. And it's like this kind of back and forth thing. You never see him. And it's just kind of like, and I started writing it right after my breakup. And I kind of wrote it over a period of time. So I kind of speak on that in the play. So it's like a journey of sorts too.
Love.
So it's fun, and I've always wanted to do a one-woman show, and I'm like, now's kind of the time, I think.
Great. I hope that you take it somewhere.
I need a good director for it. I need to maybe I should get Kate Berlant to direct it.
Yeah, you should. You should ask her.
I should.
DM her.
Or her, or Megan
she doesn't seem busy at all. Yeah.
Yeah, she's just like chilling, I think.
She just had the Don't Worry Darling premiere.
God, and oh my God, I really want I hope that she extends her show in New York. Because I really want to see it. But anyway, so next story, and our last story, Lea Michele finally hopped on the bandwagon of addressing her online rumors in a really funny way. The illiteracy thing.
Yes.
Bless her. I'm so happy she's done this because I think the best way to handle a stupid rumor is to just lean all the way into it.
Absolutely.
So queen, love that for her.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's so funny. It's like I never really watched Glee or any of that. And then on TikTok, there's so many opinions about Glee and Lea Michele, and I really I'm constantly blown away by how out of touch with these things that I am. Like this, even Chris Red or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'm like,
well, if you don't watch SNL, it's not really like a
okay. I'm just or even this Lea Michele thing. Like I only know about the can't read rumors because of TikTok.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But one that I actually really love, like a celebrity lore, is like Avril Lavigne.
Not Avril Lavigne.
Yeah. And then there's like this other person that cracks me up.
It's great. And
that's
she's
really
leaned
funny.
into it too. She's like, oh, I'm not myself. Like, interesting. I did not know that. Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's really funny.
But it was drama for a little while because she was like, the rumor happened like a while ago.
Right.
And then I think TikTok like resurfaced it.
Sure.
And she did like an interview and she was like talking about like she was like kind of joking about it, and then she was like, no, it's actually like fucked up and I hate it. Like, stop doing this. It's a stupid rumor, which just gave them more fire. They were like, oh, you're mad about it?
Yeah,
Good.
why are you mad? Why are you so mad?
I know, because you can't read. And now she's leaning into it, and I'm just like, okay, that's how you do it. Like, you have to you have to make fun of yourself.
100%.
So queen, happy for her.
Happy for her. Lea Michele, I would love to see it again. Couldn't see it because of the circumstances, but
I hope that they are not watching or listening to this.
They're not.
Okay,
I can guarantee that.
Good. No shade.
No shade, but I could not go see that show with this person.
Yeah. Well, next time you're in New York, let me know and I'll go with you. We'll just go together. And
Okay, great.
I know that she's had a controversial like experience and like, but she like Kurt said on Glee, there's like a quote where she was like, she's problematic, but she's good.
No,
and
I know. And at the end of the day,
really
Jesus, like we give that exact same allowance to men in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
We give and so why can't she have that?
Yeah.
Maybe she isn't problematic. Nobody really, there's so much hearsay about people's behavior in the industry. Even Lisa Kudrow, like,
I know.
Right. And it's just like, I hate that. I really hate it.
I just refuse to believe
Can
that.
we just
like,
no. Yeah, we don't know. Also, one person says XYZ is a bitch, and then that gets spread. It's so unfair.
Well, and like the thing about it is like we all have bitchy moments. Like we all have
Totally.
and it's like a normal human thing. And I think that like when you're a celebrity, you're kind of put up on that pedestal where it's like if you have one bad encounter with somebody, your entire reputation can be at stake.
That is so true. And you know, or even like today, like I was late. You could then go on and say like, she's always late. And she's horrible to have on
Delaney
podcasts.
is so unprofessional.
Exactly.
Horrible to work with.
And truly, I was late because I was like, I feel bad. I don't like the way I look today, and I cannot figure out the outfit.
You look great.
Thank you. Thank you. But okay, yes. So I'm glad you feel that same way. It just is. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
People, especially women, just can't catch a break.
And I just
with their reputation in the
I
industry.
hate cancel culture so much. Like I really, really hate it with a passion. And I think that people just love the drama. Like people love the drama. They live for it. And it's like we're just getting more and more toxic. And can't we just keep it positive? You know, like let's address the issues when they happen, but then let's like just move on collectively. If like they're handled in a good way, and if somebody apologizes, let's like accept it and move on. You know, I think so. Guys, if you're listening, just accept the apologies, okay?
Don't hold grudges.
Be nice to your friends and be nice to your mom, okay?
Oh, yeah, be nice. I have to call her back, actually.
Call your mom.
I have to call her back.
Delaney does not call her mom.
No, Delaney says hello, but she does not call her mom.
And like our last segment, because we're like rounding up on our time here, I like to do a little recommendation station of like things you're watching, movies. It could be from 20 years ago, but like things that you're like, no, I need you to watch this.
Okay, I saw this prompt on my way over here, and I was like, I don't have anything juicy, but can I
Please.
Can I a little bit divert from the
Please.
Okay, so I'm in a phase right now of gin. This is not a show. This is just a thing that I recommend. Get into
like the
gin.
alcohol?
Yes.
Oh, see, I don't like gin.
So, right. Most people think that they don't, but I'm in a real like Negroni martini phase. And everyone, this is your sign to give gin a chance. We are entering the colder seasons, and gin, a little gin beverage, nothing warms up the soul like a little bit of gin. So
that's very Christmassy. It feels like the holiday season.
That's my recommendation there on like the food and drink front. And then for movies, you know what I just saw recently that I think people should see? It's very dark, but if you're in like a good space, The Basketball Diaries.
Never heard of it.
Okay, so this is a Leo DiCaprio movie. He was very young. He was probably like 16, 17, 18. And it's a real story about this kid who's living in New York, I think, and he's doing really well. He's like playing basketball, and then he gets into heroin, and the rest is history.
Dark. I love it. No, I love dark.
It's really good. It's really, really good, and it's Mark Wahlberg as well. And they're just babies, and it's really good, and they are so talented. They still are, of course, but especially like to be that young and that good. I just watched it on the plane back, and I was like, it was so good.
Was it like one of the airplane movies? That was
absolutely, and you can't like get it on Amazon Prime. And I've been trying to watch it for a few months now, and so when I saw that it was on the theater or on the movie theater or the what's it called on the back of this thing, the little tiny.
The little screen?
Yeah, I guess it's just a TV screen. I'm like trying to make it something fancier than it is. I'm like, the chair theater.
The plane monitor.
The plane monitor. When I saw that it was on there, I was like, okay, this is a sign. I'm going to watch it.
Nice.
All right, what about you?
Okay, well, do you like scary movies? I just saw Barbarian. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't even heard of this.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Is this new?
It's new. It's in theaters right now. So if you want to have a movie moment, like go see it.
Sure.
Guys, go see Barbarian. It was serious. I love scary movies, and I find myself yearning for them sometimes.
Was it so scary?
It was like, it was pretty scary. Like it had moments where it just like a lot like pop out, things would pop out at you.
Sure.
But it was one of those movies that kind of like switches halfway through. And there was an actor in it. I won't spoil it, but there was an actor in it who I didn't know was going to be in it. An actor who I love. And he just picks really good projects. And he's done like spooky horror comedy stuff before.
Who is it?
And it was just, I walked out and I was like, what? Like, what did I just watch?
Oh, okay, I'm down. Wait,
watch
you're
it.
really making this sound appealing.
I love to sell things, like especially movies that I'm passionate about. I'm one of those people that's like, oh my God, you haven't seen it. Like, you need to like go see it.
Okay.
Yeah, great actors, great concept. The concept is basically, because it's not really spoiling anything. So the concept is basically like these people rent an Airbnb. This woman rents an Airbnb, and everything goes wrong. Like there's spooky things going on.
Sure.
And it's twists and turns and like just great actors, and it's really good. If you need did you watch Fresh on Hulu?
I loved it.
Excellent.
Loved it.
Excellent. Sebastian Stan, love him. And
Oh
the
yeah,
actress too.
he's on the list there, the crush list.
Oh yeah, he's so vibrant and like beautiful. I love him.
Yeah, he's great. Fresh was really good. Okay, but that reminds me of a book that I'm reading right now called A Certain Hunger, and it's kind of about a similar thing about cannibalism. The author, I'm at a loss for it right now. Jet, can you pull up the author for A Certain Hunger so that we can give people a proper recommendation?
Shout out to Jet.
Jet is one of my publicists. She's amazing, and her name's Jet. How sick is that?
I
and
know.
she's like,
Jet
she looks like she can hold up that name, like very beautiful.
Jet the band.
Who's the author of A Certain Hunger?
You're like, I forgot what you said.
Chelsea G. Summers. There we go.
Chelsea
A
G.
Certain
Summers.
Hunger by Chelsea G. Summers.
Is it like a horror book?
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, it's very sexy and very funny, but like gory.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, and then I also recently read My Year of Rest and Relaxation. Has anybody read that? Can we pull up the author there too? Because that one's a really, really good one.
What's your like genre of choice with books?
Right now, I'm a little bit into fiction, but in general, I'm into nonfiction.
Oh, I love fiction.
But right now, I'm into this sort of weird. Yeah, okay. Here we go. My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Moshfegh. There we go.
Nice. What a gorgeous name.
Yeah, it's a
Otessa
really,
Moshfegh.
really good book.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really into books right now a little bit more than the series and movie thing, only because I'm on my phone all day.
Yeah.
And I'm doing so much of that by the end of the night, I have to force myself to read something if I have any shot at falling asleep.
Yeah. No,
Are you a good sleeper?
I love reading a book before I go to bed. I just recently like stopped smoking pot. And so
Slay.
I had like a really rough week of like not being able to sleep because I would smoke before I went to sleep and then just knock out. But now I'm like,
I
oh my
can't
God.
smoke pot. That's very impressive that you were able to do.
Thank you.
Well, also probably why you're like such a homebody if you're like a big pothead.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm just.
I don't smoke pot at all, but I've been smoking. I've been one of the cigarettes right now. Not good. I know. If my mom's listening, I'm sorry. It's literally just a phase. Like, and I wouldn't call myself.
Delaney, how are you going to say you're not cool? Like,
no. I mean, yes, I look very cool. I was smoking a cigarette this weekend, and somebody came up to me, and he was just like, "I just want to let you know, the way you smoke that cigarette is so sexy."
was he good looking?
He was. I didn't follow up though.
Damn, you should have.
I don't know. I was a little distracted by someone else.
Not the funny girl person.
No.
And if you want a book recommendation, I listened to a podcast called Crime Junkie. I love like true crime stuff. But one of the hosts, Ashley Flowers, wrote a book called All Good People Here. It's great.
Haven't read this. Have heard of it.
In the beginning, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. It was kind of, I don't know what it was about it, but it wasn't like getting me. And then it got me like pretty soon too. Like sometimes a book doesn't really get you to like halfway through. This was like a quarter of the way through. I was like, okay, I'm invested. And then I finished it on the flight to LA. Like I was 1/4 in, and then I finished the entire rest of the book.
Fabulous. Okay.
So it was great.
What are you listening to right now?
Like music or podcasts?
Both.
What music am I listening to? You know what? I've been like on a Jay-Z Kanye West phase.
Good for you.
I think that their collaboration, like their music together is so, I just love like hip hop sometimes, like real, I love Jay-Z. But I listen to Morbid podcast. I listen to The Morning Toast. I don't know if you're a toaster.
Sure. Jackie
and Claudia.
And Claudia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out. I love you guys.
Hi guys. Yes, I follow them on TikTok.
Yeah, they're great.
They're really sweet.
The podcast is great. It kind of keeps me like updated with pop culture because I'm really bad about keeping updated with things.
Oh,
but
God, you're talking to the worst. The worst. I'm terrible. Like,
we're doing our best, guys. Okay.
terrible. Okay, that's a good one. What about
music? Like, I don't even know. I listen to a lot of old music. Like, I don't really
Same.
listen to like I
Same.
love like Led Zeppelin. I
Sure.
love Queen.
What about the Clash? I listen to the
I
Clash
don't
right
really listen to
now.
them a lot, but
Clash.
I probably would love them.
Yeah, big wreck these days. The Clash.
The Beatles.
Oh, have you ever heard of the Beatles?
They're kind of like an indie band.
Okay,
they're on
I'm
the come
doing
up.
a little something and this is just another wreck all around. It's called a jazz nap, and I've been. It's when you put on Miles Davis or whoever you like, jazz, John Coltrane, whatever. You put it on, and then at a low volume, and then you set your timer for 30 minutes. And you do this when you're like really stressed and overwhelmed, and then you just fall asleep to the jazz, and then you wake up 30 minutes later. I swear to God. Like
Wow,
you feel completely refreshed.
Oh, that
the
sounds
jazz
beautiful.
Nap. I'll have the jazz nap.
Is there a specific playlist that you listen to with that?
No, I'll just type Miles Davis into to Spotify. My mother loves Miles Davis, and so I by proxy do. I couldn't name like 3 songs, but I've just like let it ride.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
no,
this
it's
all
beautiful.
sounds the same. Yeah,
jazz is kind of one of those things where it's like you don't really need to know the titles of things.
No, just
people
put
are gonna
it
like
on.
kill us. There's
it on.
There's an
Yeah.
audience that's gonna hate that I just said that. But that's okay.
No, it's gonna be Ryan Gosling in La La Land, like jazz.
I know.
Jazz isn't dead.
Love La La
He
Land.
just comes out and oh my God,
Ryan, oh my God, hi. I'm so sorry. But okay, we're like over our time, and we're in LA. What am I doing? Anyway, I'm blacking out.
Yeah, sorry.
But okay, where can people follow you? And like, what are all your handles? Do you have any last words for the listeners?
Oh gosh, just get a good night's sleep, everyone. Just get
Take
a
a
good night's
jazz
sleep.
nap.
My handle on TikTok is @Delaney Says Hello, and my handle on Instagram is just Delaney Rowe.
Gorgeous.
And that's the way the
I
world
thought you
goes
said
around.
Cicelo for a second.
No,
Delaney says hello.
Delaney Says Hello. Delaney
Delaney
Cicelo.
Cicelo on TikTok. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for
was-
having me. You're absolutely lovely. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you again for bringing wine.
Oh, you're
We've
welcome.
fingerprinted up these glasses.
Oh, this is the most disgusting glass I've ever seen.
Literally trash.
It was before I even touched it, but
Shout out to Mike for the glasses. And I'm going to put my mic away so I can turn the TikTok off. But thank you guys
All right.
so much for listening.
Bye,
And
guys.
please, guys, if you're listening or watching, subscribe. It's just like it's the decent thing to do.
it is decent.
Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. It's Bullshittery, and I'm Mackenzie, and this is Delaney. And we love ya.
Bye, guys.
See ya. Okay. Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here.